PTE speaking, new rules of 2025. What if I told you that there are so many changes in 2025 with some new rules in place as far as PTE speaking is concerned? Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome per-packed video on the PTE speaking new rules you can't afford to ignore in the year 2025. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Also to tell you, we have released 2 official ebooks of ours. One is PTE speaking cheat codes, one is PTE reading cheat codes. Both of them have helped a lot of people. They are of tremendous benefits. The reading cheat code has more than 1500 collocations, entire grammar concepts, strategies, each and everything, and speaking cheat code has also got each and everything along with my complimentary perfect responses. If you want to buy it, both the links are in the description. At the moment we are keeping it for a very nominal fee. You can click on the link and buy the combo as well. Definitely it will come handy during your exam time. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. So when we talk about the new rules of 2025 with respect to PTE speaking, we always will remember the first rule, that is content becoming very important in the read aloud. First thing is, yes, content becomes a priority. Earlier was it not a priority? It may not, but now content is a priority. So what do I mean by saying content becomes a priority? Reading one line I don't recommend with this rule in place. Any point of time software can track it. Meaning you read just one line and click the next button. By not reading the rest of it, you are in deep trouble. You may get it, yes, people are getting it. At the same time, many have not got it. So my recommendation is avoid that. And not just that, I've seen a lot of people misinterpreting many words. If the word written is ease, they speak was. If the word written is develop, they speak developing. One or two, it's absolutely fine. But if you are doing it quite often, then the marks will definitely go down towards your reading and speaking, which was not the case before. Earlier it is just a fluency, and now content is becoming a little more prominent than it was. To demonstrate, let me give you a small example. Look at this particular example. The way we prepare for English exams has changed drastically. In the past, students relied on thick grammar books and memorized long word lists. But today, technology has transformed the process. AI-driven tools can now analyze pronunciation, provide instant feedback, and even predict weak areas. If this is the text, how people end up speaking, let me again show you. The words that are spoken different are added in bold, and the words that have been missed have been struck off. Okay, the way we are prepared for English exams have changed drastically. In past, students relied on thickened grammar books and memorizing long word lists. But today, technology has transformed process. AI-driven tools can analyze pronunciation, provide instant feedback, and even predicted weak areas. Earlier, if you do this, probably you should have gotten good score still, but now definitely no. Things are slightly changing. We've been observing students who used to do these kind of things. Earlier got 90, but now scores have been stuck in 65, 70. Meaning, I'm not asking you to be so precise. Yes, if you're precise, well and good. If you can't, 1 or 2 words here and there it goes, it's fine. 1 or 2 words you misinterpret, it's fine. 1 or 2 words you skip, it's fine. But in every line, 2-3 words you're skipping. More than 7-8 words you misinterpret or mispronounce or change it, then don't expect a very good score. This is the new strict rule of 2025. The next very strict rule of 2025 PTE speaking is clarity becomes a priority. Well, clarity was always the priority, but still people used to somehow sneak in and get a good score, but now 100% not possible. What do I mean by this clarity becomes a priority? Let me just show you how a newbie, a student ends up speaking in a way that nobody who listens to it understands. The way we prepare for English exams has changed drastically. In the past, students relied on thick grammar book and memorized long word list. Today, technology has transformed the process. AI-driven tools can analyze pronunciation, provide instant feedback, and even predict weak areas. No man, no, this will not give you scores. 100% yes. It demands you to be very natural. When you speak in a natural environment, how do you end up speaking? You speak in a way the opposite person understands it. But here you're speaking in a way nobody understands. And also I've seen students trying to speak by keeping the mouth closed for some difficult words, thinking they can escape. Something like, let's say the word drastically in the first line, the last word. How they end up speaking? The way we prepare for English exams has changed drastically. Don't do this. I've seen students doing it because they're not confident about speaking this word. You got to speak properly. Just skipping it, 1 or 2 words, it's fine. Lot of words, if you're skipping, will not work. And speaking with mouth closed just to escape from it is not an ideal solution. You do this, marks will go down to both speaking and reading. Remember this. The next strict rule is the naturality becomes a priority. What is this naturality? Right now I'm talking to you very naturally. What if I start speaking like this? Is this my natural way of speech? This is not my natural way of speech. This is my natural way of speech. So this way people have their own style of speaking, only in read aloud, not when they speak to people in the real life. Let me just show you what naturality is not when it comes to read aloud. While traditional methods had their strengths, modern learners have an edge, faster connections, smarter strategies, and personalized learning paths. 100%, you are not going to get scores, not just this. There are other categories of people where they end up speaking something like this. While traditional methods have their strengths, modern learners have an edge, faster corrections, smarter strategies, and personalized learning paths. You don't get the scores. One more category, no rhythm at all. They just speak the way they want it. While traditional methods had their strengths, modern learners have an edge, faster corrections, smarter strategies, and personalized learning paths. No marks. I'm telling you, all these are considered very, very strictly. You need to speak very naturally. While traditional methods had their strengths, modern learners have an edge, faster corrections, smarter strategies, and personalized learning paths. It has to flow. Don't construct a dam. Let the river flow, let the water flow. Hope you're getting it. All these are the very strict rules with respect to the PTE read aloud. The next strict rule is the pitch becomes a priority. I've seen students, they've done tremendously well. Everything is precise, but speaking is all-time low because of their voice, husky voice, thick voice. This is very much applicable for both male and female candidate. If a male candidate has a pitch of less than 120, 130, then you are in this particular problem. A female candidate with a pitch of less than 200 also belong to the same category. How do we fix this? Sharpen the tone. While traditional methods are their strengths, modern learners have an edge, faster corrections, smarter strategies, and personalized learning paths. My voice is such that it is at 140 or 150 hertz, the pitch. So I don't have to change it. But there are many categories of people who have a very thick voice, the pitch is low, they have to sharpen it. There are two ways of increasing the pitch. One is by screaming, yelling, shouting. Avoid doing it, you don't get the scores because clarity will go down. Second is by thinning it. Thinning is the one that gets you the scores. Download some pitch apps like Voice Pitch Analyzer for Android, Voice Tools for iPhone. Open the app, click record and speak, you see a graph. Just explore the app, you will be able to see a graph. The graph should be a straight line, almost a straight line, and it should be above 135, 140 for a male candidate, above 200 for a female candidate. There is no upper limit for a female candidate. For a male candidate, maybe upper limit is 200 and below. Work on this. This is a priority in 2025. Remember this. The next strict rule of PTE Speaking 2025 is repeat sentence, where the first phrase becomes top priority. What do I mean by this? Remember, repeat sentence content is not a priority over the fluency. Meaning, even if you speak 50-60% of the content, exactly matching when you repeat, you will get content 3 out of 3. If you're fluent, fluency 5 out of 5, pronunciation 5 out of 5. But the point what I'm trying to tell you is, if you miss the first phrase, last phrase you skip, it is okay. First half you speak, or first 60% you speak, second 60% you skip, it is okay. But first 50%, first 10%, first 20% you ignore and you speak the rest, you don't get the scores. This is what we have seen, this is how probably AI works. If this is the sentence, English learning used to be about books, but now technology helps. Here the word English learning, this is the first phrase. Or English learning used to be about books is the first phrase. You skip this English learning and if your answer looks something like this. Used to be about books, but now technology helps. Probably you don't get good scores. The first phrase makes a huge difference. Maybe you can say, English learning about books, technology helps, you're gonna get full scores. English learning used to be about books, but you're gonna get full scores. You skip the first 2 words, first 3, first 4 words and try to speak the rest. You may not get the scores. Remember this strictest rule of 2025. The next strict rule of 2025 PTE Speaking is again with respect to repeat sentence, where the fluency wins over the content. Meaning, let's say you speak everything correctly, but you fumble once or twice, it's gonna be big 0 marks. Not wonderful, it's 0 marks. English learning used to be about books, but now technology helps. If this is the audio and you speak, English learning used to be about books, but now technology helps, is going to be 0. You alone assume that you have spoken everything correctly. But what software says, boss, this is not the way I gave you the audio. Please give me back the audio the way I gave you, not the way that I did not even expect you to give. You don't get the scores, you speak like this, it's the fluency that wins the race over the content. Remember this. Next comes the rule is with respect to describe image in 2025. The strictest rules of 2025 is with respect to describe image, where you cannot use templates. Now template is what is considered a template? Some lengthy generic sentences. I've been given a beautiful image in front of me. Let me have a look at it. By looking closely, I can see several trends emerging. I can see black color, blue color, red color. All this will not give you scores. Including my previous template will not probably give you scores. It will be flat for human review. Then what can be used as a template? Just a linker. Firstly, secondly, additionally, conversely, to conclude. It is evident that another interesting point is these are linkers or short structures. This can be used 100%. You can use this. The image provided is a bar graph that gives information about blah 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 blah. The x-axis talks about this, the y-axis talks about this. This line comes only for line graph, bar graph or area chart. The other graphs, you cannot include this line. It is evident that conversely, another interesting point is to conclude or to summarize. Now this template, you can alter it the way you want it. It is evident that on the other hand, another beautiful point is that to summarize, you can say to conclude, whatever you want, but 3 sentences is what is required to get a good score. It is evident that first sentence, conversely second sentence. Another interesting point is third sentence. 3 sentences you got to pick from the image. You do this with this linker, you're gonna get full scores from describe image towards your speaking section. The next strict rule is again with respect to describe image. Remember, when you speak, you cannot just put one word. Keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword. Absolutely not recommended. You're gonna speak sentences. If possible, speak a lengthy sentence. But when you speak, don't worry about logic. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about whether you're giving the perfect data or not. The value is 200. By mistake, I told 300. I think I will lose marks. You don't lose marks. As long as that value is written inside the picture, you're gonna get the scores. But avoid using keywords for the fear that if I speak on my own, I think I may end up making grammatical errors. So what do? I'll just put word. 30 words also I can do. No, that will not give you scores. A tried and tested man. If this is a picture, how are we gonna speak? See, I have not seen this picture properly. I'm not taking time. Just that I'm starting. The image provided is a line graph that gives information about distance and time. While x-axis talks about the values from 1 to 6, the y-axis talks about the values in the intervals of 5 from 0 to 30. First, it is evident that at the first minute, the value of distance in centimeter is close to 0. However, as the time increases, the distance also has increased. Conversely, at the end of 6th minute, the distance covered is almost 25 centimeter. Another interesting point is whenever the time has progressed, the distance also has progressed. To summarize, the graph gives information about distance and time and how the distance and time correlates with respect to each other. You just have to speak. And if you observe, I did not give keywords, I was speaking. And I was speaking naturally, I was giving pauses, the rhythm was there were no intonation, no emphasis, naturality was there, and I was just speaking the way I speak in the read aloud. The next strict rule is with respect to retail lecture, absolutely no lengthy templates. A shorter format, a shorter template, linkers, absolutely fine, but lengthy templates, the template itself covers probably 20 seconds. Not accepted, it will be flagged for the human review. Then what kind of templates we can use? Something like this. The lecture discusses. Firstly, or in the beginning, the speaker explained. Later, the speaker said. Here, the speaker also said or mentioned. In conclusion, the lecture summarized or effectively summarized. This is a short template, the structure. You can use this absolutely fine, no problem at all. People are getting 90 out of 90. You don't have to worry. But very, very lengthy ones, I never recommend. Also to tell you, you cannot use the keyword, comma keyword kind of method here for the only fact that your listening may go down. People won't even realize this because they're speaking 90. But listening, always 4 or 5 marks less. This could be a problem. You need to use phrases. A phrase is a small sentence. King walks down the alley. The queen saw the king and smiled. This is a phrase. 4 or 5 words, 4 or 5 words. Like this, 4 or 5 phrases. The more phrases you write, the more marks you get. As simple as this. I really hope this was an informative content about the new strict rules of 2025 as far as PTE speaking is concerned. If you think the video was informative, kindly leave your valuable comments in the comment section, and not to forget like, share and subscribe. Also to tell you, recently we released our 2 ebooks, PTE speaking cheat codes, PTE reading cheat codes, the link in the description. You can claim the ebook, make it yours and study well. With this, I'm going to park the video here. This is Nakul, N-A-K-U-L, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.